Fragile. DJ Fragile in the house. But then we were like,
handle with care.
DJ's killing it. DJ's killing it. DJ Glassbones in the house.
DJ Glassbones.
Again. DJ Fragile. DJ Fragile. DJ Fragile in the house.
DJ Sign My Cast. Hey guys, welcome to the Valleycast. DJ Sign My Cast. Hey guys, welcome to the Valleycast. They bring things to the table and we talk about them. They bring things to the table and we talk about them. Patreon.com/Valleyfolk.
Wow.
Wow. Amazing
Yes.
job.
What a fun treat from Clarknado, user on Reddit. That was called Valleycast Intro DJ Fragile.
So good. So much work went into that. That was perfect. You know what's nice about our talented fans sending in these amazing works of art for us? These little intros. We do a new one every week, Bobo. And
I'm hip to them.
I think we've never repeated. If we did, it was on
We've
accident
never
once.
repeated, and it's been on accident if we
But
have.
they're
yeah.
brilliant because they remind us of things and fun bits that we did that, I mean, I hope this isn't too big of a peek behind the curtain, but we forget immediately after it falls out of our mouth because we do so many of these things and we do so much other stuff. It's just like when we were all at SourceFed together and I would go home and my wife would go, what'd you guys talk about in the news today after making 5 videos? And I would go, I don't know.
You're dropping jewels all day.
Because we would do it, it'd be over, and we'd have to move on to the next thing. So thank you. You remind us of fun bits. DJ Sign My Cast? Come on. Let's go.
DJ Sign My Cast is really fun.
Wow. I want to meet that cast.
I like DJ Fragile too, though, because it's like, it could mean he's like emotionally fragile too.
Yeah, he could have very light beats.
Yeah, or DJ Fragile could be a woman too. She could be she could be fragile.
Don't break the beat. You know?
Anyone can have brittle bone disease.
That's true.
Guys, welcome to the Valleycast. It's another kind of a wacky one, I think. I mean, I can't say that before it happens, but we have a very special guest with us today, someone that we love very much, a good pal of ours, a close friend, someone who we don't see nearly enough.
Darn tootin'.
And someone who was a great contributing factor in the success of SourceFed.
To the start of it and
a
lot of the creative ideas.
The start of
and
it, and then when it got bad.
Source bad.
Source bad.
You left at the perfect time. You left before it got real bad.
That was an incredible intro. Thank you. I feel really honored to be here, and I love you guys, and I do miss all of y'all.
You know what Boman is? Like, there's a lot of things that helped bring us together, and there's a reason the 4 of us came back together and started the Valleyfolk and yada, yada, yada. But, Boman, you're one of those people that you're one of those contributing gravitational forces that pushed us together and then kind of kept us together and have now been orbiting around us and always been part of our little universe. It's awesome.
Well, he's a good old Southern boy.
Yeah.
And he brought his Southern kindness and hospitality with him to the office and was a drink of fresh air.
Oh, thanks.
Because you just really killed it as like a creative. And also you were like a wacky boy and we got into all sorts of mischief.
So much.
Yeah, and so I miss it. I miss us all hanging out and having good times.
It was a really special time.
It was a special time that can't be...
This is a special time, too.
Yeah.
Just in a different way.
That can't be replicated.
I don't think so.
Even if we tried to. But there's a world where we want you here with us all the time because we're selfish and we want things to be a little wackier because I think that I lead the charge for the wackiness here and it's definitely accepted and it's definitely harbored as a beautiful thing, but we could certainly use a bit more wacky in here. Yeah.
I veto more wacky. No, I'm just no more wacky.
But anyway, welcome,
Thank
Boman.
you.
And so
it's good to be here.
Matthew Boman. So for everyone that's like, why do we call you Boman? Bowman's your last name.
It's my last name, and much like you're talking about things that are easily forgettable, Matthew, you tell it to someone, or Matt, it goes right out. You can watch it just flow through.
Yeah.
Not a lot of Bowmans.
Not a lot of Bowmans. And I feel more like
Bowmans.
a Bowman. When I was a young child, I worked at a KFC Taco Bell. One of my many strange jobs.
One of those hybrids.
Yeah, and I remember the manager said, Bowman, you got like a football player's name. And I was like, that's the first football and only football related anything
You
I'll
totally
ever have.
do have a football
I think
player's
it
name.
could be a good football
Boman,
player.
get those tacos out of the gosh darn deep fryer. What are you doing there?
Smack me on the head.
Did you ever have some fun at that KFC Taco Bell?
Yeah, give us some
I
stories.
definitely did.
Tell us some
I
stories.
actually had more fun at the Chick-fil-A that was like 50 feet away that I worked at before then.
You Chick-fil-A'd and Taco Bell / KFC.
Where I grew up, you only thought you could work at a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, and
There were little options.
few
for-
options.
yeah.
That's what I did.
Tell us
and,
stories about Jesus Chicken.
But the best Jesus chicken story right off the bat is some numbers came back, and in a big meeting, we learned that we had the worst selling Chick-fil-A in the world, except for one in Rio de Janeiro.
Because they respect their bodies in Rio de Janeiro.
Probably more than we
What
did.
do you think happened? Why do you think it was the worst?
It was all my friends and I.
Oh, I
from
see.
school, we would walk like half a mile at 4 p.m. and go run the Chick-fil-A into the ground. And we had a friend who definitely needed to take Adderall, and he did. And we would kind of dare him not to take it.
Just to make the shift more interesting?
And he would get written up every time he didn't take it. And maybe we were kind of peer pressuring him.
Yeah,
I really
kinda.
don't feel good about
Well,
that.
you were
actually.
creating
Wow.
chaos.
We were creating chaos.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes back to what
Chick-fil
you
chaos.
were talking about.
I
like-
mean, that's our lives. I can tell you a million stories from being a kid where we were creating chaos. And it kind of led into our playfulness as adults
Totally.
in the sense
It's
that
important.
creating that chaos in a controlled way now makes it, in a respectful way, as respectful as we can.
yeah, he's talking about like we all kind of lived a little bit of a Kevin Smith movie existence
Yeah, we
for a
fucked
while.
with people.
Totally.
And that's what you were. You were young kids in charge of a store.
Dude, I
shouldn't
really
have been.
went to the. I really, literally went to the mall. Like this isn't a
Yeah.
thing I'm making up at all. I went to the mall with a clipboard and a piece of paper, and there was 2 columns, and one said gorilla and one said bear, and then there was a big line down the middle. And I, by myself, went up to strangers and asked them who they thought would win in a fight
Yeah.
between a gorilla and a bear. And most people, whatever. I just did it for myself, and then I went.
Not filmed. No, one
No,
even
I
filmed
did.
it,
There
just
was
for
this was
fun.
at a time where
Yeah.
like the cameras were this
Pre-vlog.
fucking
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah, and too expensive, and you never thought you could ever have one.
Yeah, and then we finally got mini DV or VHSC or whatever. But it was before that. It was before
Totally.
any of
So
that.
what were
stuff.
the results?
I don't remember. I feel like people felt like a gorilla would be able to beat a
Wow.
bear.
Yeah.
But
It's a good
because
question,
gorillas are
actually.
intelligent.
Still relevant.
They're strong
Gorillas
as hell
know,
too, though.
and they use tools.
They could use tools. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was gonna say.
And bears are just like
Chainsaw.
brute strength. But I feel like a bear.
Chainsaw gorilla.
That's what I want
I
to see.
feel like a bear could totally because they lose their minds. Like they just see
Yeah.
red, and they're just like their
Slashing.
goal is to like the thing is dead.
Yeah.
So
Wanna
like
jump on
and
it.
they'll get stuck with arrows and bullets and tranquilizers, and they're still going.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a good fight, really.
So
I mean,
what would win, a Scorpilla or a Bearorpian?
A bear. So a gorilla
One way
with a
to find out.
scorpion's tail, or
Tail.
a bear with a scorpion's tail.
and pinchers.
Wow.
Do they still have paws and stuff, or
Sure.
it's just the pincers?
I don't know. Let's go to the mall and find out.
Yeah.
I
But it
wanna
was just
see that
interesting. It was
happen.
just it was interesting to me to know, but it was also like I was trying to be a funny idiot.
Totally. Well, we've talked about this before, Steve, that like some people think you're just goofing off, but I feel like we're challenging people's view of reality, and you're
Absolutely.
cracking a little crack in it.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
think I'm going to go to the mall, I'm going to buy shoes, I'm going to pick this up, and I'm going to
Mind
leave.
my own business
but
and leave.
all of a sudden, a guy comes up and is asking them about gorillas and bears fighting. Like that totally changes their whole perspective.
Yeah, and it gives someone. I mean, it might. Who knows? I mean,
Maybe. Or
yeah,
just
no,
pisses them
no,
off.
totally. I think, it took me a while to realize what I was really doing when I started to like fuck with people in public and stuff. And I never did anything that was like, scaring. I never scared anybody or did
or
any
offensive.
You weren't
stupid
an
pranks or
a-hole.
anything.
Yeah.
I just wanted to like. Everybody just looks so bored and normal, and like I just want something weird to happen to challenge someone's brain a little.
You know
bit.
what's funny about your survey, your public survey,
Yeah.
is that for you it's like you just thought of it right now for the first time and forever. It's like something you did.
Yeah,
and it's
because he was
gone.
talking about being a kid and
Yeah.
creating chaos.
You had a little synapse fire and you remembered. You're like, well, fun story. What I think probably happened for like 3-4 of those people that you did that to, they have a very legit, vivid memory
Yeah,
of a
totally.
guy coming up to him in the mall and
Oh my
going,
God.
"Excuse me, sir." And they've told that story. They've
Dude.
told the
Totally.
story of you just showing up and whatever you were
I
wearing.
think I would totally peak as a person if one day someone was like, "Oh yeah, that's
the
the guy
guy.
that came up
You're
to
the
me at
bear
the mall
guy."
and asked me who would win in a fight for some reason."
And he's like, "I went into zoology because of that."
I actually
Changed my
conducted
life.
the first ever gorilla versus bear experiment. Anyway, so Bowman, what a fun treat to have you on the podcast.
Thank you.
You know, we bring topics to the table here and we kind of share topics, and that's what we make up this whole podcast with. But I'd love to talk to you about kind of like your experiences as a human.
I went to this thing called Burning Stuff Festivals. I went to a popular desert festival years ago, and I had an interesting time.
FlameCon.
FlameCon, yes! FlameCon!
Not to be confused with FlamerCon.
FlamerCon.
Yeah.
Is that just flamers?
Absolutely not.
And I went to this thing, and I said, this is interesting, but it's all white people. What would it be like to bring someone here who had no concept of this thing and what it is? While I was having that thought, I was seeing a lot in the news about immigration, and this was Obama era. And I said, I don't think immigrants in this country are getting a fair rap, especially Latin American immigrants. And then I look at how our country is made from immigrants and immigrants that brought slaves that they stole over here and then killed the people that lived here and then set up their
Took
own
it
thing.
for their own.
So I'm kind of always thinking about that. And then it kind of came to a head when I said offhandedly to my friend Kurt, what if I made a movie where I brought a day laborer from El Salvador to this Burning Stuff Festival?
FlameCon.
FlameCon. What if I brought someone who had no concept of it to there and filmed it all and saw what they really thought of it all? So I found this fellow named Elmer and took him to Burning Man. He's from El Salvador. He speaks very little English. I speak terrible Spanish. And we
So there's
drove-
this communication barrier
It's kind
right
of an
off the
odd
bat.
couple thing already, which I think is intriguing
Yeah.
and makes for good content.
Absolutely. I'm in. I've been in.
Yeah, so we took him up there. He had a transformative experience from hating it to thinking, and he's a pretty devout Catholic, and he thought a lot of the fire imagery and nudity was satanic. Then he kind of came around. He ended up kind of finding himself through meeting some other
Broke
Spanish-speaking
down some walls
people.
within himself.
Broke some walls. He actually becomes his inner beast, or what they would call like a playa name, El Toro, the bull, and he kind of becomes a DJ for a night. And
And
so
you captured all
we
of that?
filmed all of this.
DJ Toro.
I got permission
Toro.
from them, from the festival, to film there because they want to make sure in their documentation you're not filming any nude children and that you filmed what you said you were going to film. So you don't go out there film an art film and then it's a McDonald's commercial.
Right.
You know, so, and I get that. So I said, cool, they approved me. They approved my idea, concept, treatment. We filmed it. And then I started sending them the rough cuts, like, okay, let's get my approval. There's no naked kids. I filmed what I said. And they come back and say, we don't like your movie at all. We actually hate it. And they sent me, after a year of that and doing revisions to make it better for them and addressing their notes, I go, okay, well, I haven't heard back from them in 4 months. I'm releasing the movie. This is last August. I drop a trailer. I get a theater to screen the, opening night. I get a cease and desist letter from their lawyers, the festival.
Oh, shit.
And they bully my theater into dropping screening my film. So, I was devastated. Obviously I spent my own money for years on it and
Passion project. Yeah.
working in it on my spare
Blood, sweat,
time.
and
Blood,
tears.
sweat, and tears. I'd literally done all three over it.
And time. That's
So
the fourth
much
one that
time.
people don't talk
Yeah.
about. Blood, sweat, tears, and then
I mean,
time.
the sweat signifies time, but
It signifies
sure.
hard work, but like
Well, I
to
guess that's
actually
true.
like
Time, yeah. Time is the major
days,
component.
weeks, months, your life.
You can bleed fast and you can sweat fast, but time.
Yeah.
is
I guess that's true.
Son of a
That's
bitch.
true.
Yeah.
So I feel like I aged a lot during that process. So anyway, I get this letter. I go, oh shit! I have a lawyer respond to them. I don't know what to do. And then what I always do when I face adversity, and maybe everyone else does this, you experience it, you feel a setback, you feel crushed, and then you figure out a way around it. you got to climb that mountain, you know? And you got to go into the darkest part of the forest to find the gold to bring back to your people.
Yeah, you got to put the work into
So
it.
I said, fuck it, let's do this. I'm going to find a way around it. I've hired a visual effects team in India to rotoscope Elmer out of the entire festival. And we're going to blur the whole background except for him and people we have releases from. And now the film is called Blurring Man. And I'm scheduled to finish it.
know this.
Scheduled to finish it, by end of July. So I was working on it this morning.
So is it working? Is the
It's
visual
totally
effect
working. Yeah, it looks amazing. And I was kind of worried, like, people are looking at a screen with blurry stuff on it, they're going to get disinterested. But if there's a sharp, crystal clear Elmer in there, or
And
whoever
he's
he's
the
talking
focus,
to,
and-
Yeah.
just look right at him and it doesn't even bother you.
Breaking news. We had no clue that you were taking this turn. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
This is
this
the
is
new
new
step.
piece
This
of
is the new-
information for me
Yeah.
too.
So
Well,
this is
I'm bringing exclusives to you guys.
another layer on top of the thing that already had a couple
Totally.
complicated layers.
So how different is the cut from the one that they hated, or like the one that they absolutely hated, to the one that you have now?
It's very different. I think I've almost edited this movie like 4 or 5 times.
So you've got like
completely.
5 different movies.
Pretty
out of this
much.
thing.
And this is
Holy
like the
shit.
best version. And you know, I'm not setting out to make fun of them, but it is kind of an expose. I mean, you see the success of the Firefest docs. People love a scandalous
Oh,
story
yeah.
about something positive. So I'm like, you guys want to play hardball with me? You picked the wrong Southern boy.
God bless.
But then, so that's that element, and then the other element is when filming with Elmer and getting these interviews, we learn about his journey into the country. And I worked closely with my friend Alejandro, who's Venezuelan, on translating and working with Elmer and editing a lot of the Spanish scenes. And we learn about him crossing the border and his harrowing experience. He got separated from his group in a thunderstorm at night in the desert.
Oof.
And the Border Patrol people raided them with dogs. He fell down a ravine in the rain and rubbed mud on himself. And he thinks that disguised him from the dogs.
The scent.
Yeah, and then
He Rambo'd.
and then he
predatored.
Rambo'd and predatored, and then
Yeah.
he walked for 2 or 3 days by himself until he came across another group that was crossing. And they're like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "The same way you are." And they're like, "You're going the wrong direction." He got like disoriented. So they find him and bring him, get him to a safe house, bring him to LA. Like, I don't want to go over too many of the details, but
this is all in the movie.
we reenacted it all. We did like tasteful reenactments.
Holy shit.
So that's all in the film now.
This is a huge movie.
I think it is, and it just kept
Immigration
growing and
censorship
growing.
now.
Yeah,
Like so
yeah.
much commentary.
Do you speak
think so.
about does it open with like a they wouldn't let us show?
You start
stuff,
to
or
learn
do you
that pretty
just-
soon.
Yeah.
Pretty soon. I don't think it's the first scene, and it's all kind of in flux. Like the other day, as any editor will tell you on like a big project, at some point you have to break it down into scenes, like literally on pieces of paper, and push them around. And I think I had 78 scenes.
Jesus Christ.
They're mostly about 40 seconds to like a minute, and moved them all around. And then, so they all still could be moved, but I was thinking, okay, now I got the last 4 scenes. Like, what's the order and what's the tone of them? And I said, what is the meaning of this movie? Because that will tell me, you know. And I almost hadn't quite nailed it down. And like a week ago, I was looking at all the papers, and I said, this movie at the end of the day is about the American dream to me, and like the spirit of adventure. It shouldn't be relegated to white people or like white men or, you know, like privileged people. Like, we should all embrace someone's desire to seek a better life. Like, our nation's founded on that, and we all celebrate it. But like, unless it's these people or those people,
It's a
or
lot of
these
long
people,
list of
long list of cannot.
Yeah,
you know,
cannots.
and just let's, you know, I think of it as like a barbecue. Like when my dad asked character, I'm like, we're living in this barbecue of privilege in the backyard, you know, like me, especially as a straight white man in America. And I'm like, we have the keys to that backyard. Letting someone in the gate, it's not kicking us out. You
Right.
know, we can all hang out at this barbecue.
Right,
you
right.
know?
You're enriching the party.
Yeah,
And if
let's all
someone's a
learn from
piece of
each
shit
other.
at the barbecue, you can certainly kick them out.
Yeah, ask
but
them to leave.
you know, but there's a threshold.
Cut off their booze, you know,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
just say, hey,
yeah.
sit them down, talk to them.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that you could just talk to anyone.
But I
out of
love that
anything, but-
idea. Like, I don't think I've ever been to a barbecue where there isn't, like, you know, several people I've never seen in my life.
Yeah.
And I get along just fine with those people.
Totally.
Because it's a fucking barbecue and everyone everyone's there for the same thing, to just celebrate and have good food.
And if you can't handle somebody, you just go to the other part of the
Yeah,
yard and you
yeah.
let them live their lives.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Guess what? You don't
Feel
even
that.
have to interact with that
Yeah.
person at all. Yeah, that's the fun part about that. So this is why there's like nothing about that festival. Like
Exactly.
this is why there's
Yeah.
no documentaries or anything
scathing
about
thing
it.
because they squash it all.
They're just in control
And
with
you weren't
how
even being scathing.
No, I wasn't. I was like, here's his opinion. And then he ends up having fun, at
Yeah.
the end. And what they told me was, we don't think that how you portrayed our festival is going to make people that don't know about it want to come to it. And I was like, wow. So I had to make you a free commercial.
Yeah,
Because there
fuck
are
that.
films about the festival, but they're all just like,
This is the best
we're going to
party.
have fun.
It's like
and
those
we're gonna
Disney
build this-
vacation videos that you would-
totally.
Yeah.
It's like not real, And like, I think any institution that big should be subject to critique, whether it's Walmart.
I mean,
or
they can't
a government.
control what people say, and you could certainly find negative things about the festival online. So what are they trying to accomplish?
They're
I don't
doing their
know.
due diligence to keep their images squeaky
Yeah,
clean
that's
as they
really-
want.
Yeah, they try to
You know?
keep that bulletproof image, because once they become uncool, it's over.
Yo, 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 what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ooh, I'm coming in hot. Ooh. It's your pal Steve Zaragoza here for the ad reads on this particular episode of the Valleycast. I hope you're enjoying it. So why don't we dig right in? Guys, let me ask you a question. Ooh, that's really nice. I like this music a lot. Now I'm distracted. Hey guys, did you know your teeth move as you get older? And if you want to get your teeth fixed, the last thing you want to do is wear braces. That's why I'm happy to tell you about Candid, the clear alternative to braces. Now, Candid has an orthodontist who is licensed in your state create a treatment plan for you, and Candid only uses experienced orthodontists. They even create a 3D preview of what the final results are like. That's right, a 3D preview. Now, once you're approved for your 3D preview, Candid Custom creates clear aligners that will be sent directly to you. That's right, custom clear aligners sent directly to you. That means no hassle of having to go into an orthodontist's office, which frankly give me the creeps. Candid costs 65% less than braces. Think about that for a second. 65% less than braces. You can save thousands of dollars and have straighter, brighter teeth in an average of just 6 months. So guys, you're one step away from getting straighter, brighter teeth. Learn more at candidco.com/Valleycast and use the code Valleycast, all one word, to get $75 off. That's Candid, CANDIDCO.com/Valleycast, code Valleycast for $75 off. How about that? Guys, let me tell you what's going on right now downstairs in my body. If you'll have me. I'm wearing a pair of just the most comfortable underpants I've ever worn in my entire life. Of course, I'm talking about MeUndies. Summer comes with a number of awesome perks, you guys. Vacations, beach days, barbecues. But the one perk that outshines them all is... Summer comes with a number of awesome perks, ladies and gentlemen. Vacations, beach days, barbecues. But the one perk that outshines them all this summer is themed undies. That's right, summer-themed undies. Jesus Christ. Let me try this one more time, Kait. Kait, let me try it one more time. Summer comes with a number of awesome perks, vacations, beach days, barbecues, but the one perk that outshines them all is summer-themed undies. That's right, summer-themed undies, courtesy of, you guessed it, MeUndies. MeUndies is the only brand that lets you eat pineapple while wearing pineapple undies. Or watch the night sky light up on the 4th of July knowing your undies are doing the same thing. Okay, well that... Guys, let's talk comfort for a second here, if you don't mind, if you have a second. MeUndies scientists spent countless hours in their underwear labs testing out the softest fabrics in all the land. And the result? The micromodal fabric, which is a full 3 times softer than born old cotton. Your move, cotton. See what you got, baby. Not only that, but you can match your bottom half with your better half in matching prints and colors for gals and guys. And why don't you guys look out for those new summer-themed prints dropping every Tuesday. That's right, MeUndies also makes the softest lounge pants and onesies you've ever felt. I want those onesies. MeUndies, are you listening? This is Steve Zaragoza from the Valleycast. Hi, nice to meet you. We've met. I'd love some onesies. Will you send me a onesie? Oh, I want one so bad. And guess what, guys? You can finally now match with your pup with their new Buddy Bands, which are available in the same prints and colors as their undies. This is important stuff, guys. So here's the offer. MeUndies has just a great offer for the listeners. For any first-time purchasers, when you purchase any MeUndies product, you get 15% off and free shipping. This is a big fat duh, you guys. You get 15% off a pair of the most comfortable undies you'll ever put on. I don't think I've ever heard of a better deal. Don't try to tell me of a better one. So guys, to get your 15% off your first pair, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/Valley. That's MeUndies.com/Valley. Thank you. My babies, why don't you describe your look in one word? Casual? Sophisticated? Playful? Well, however you dress, Stitch Fix has the expert personal stylists that can help you look your best. Personal style is like a fingerprint. Everybody has one. Whatever your style, the expert stylists at Stitch Fix are ready to help you express yourself. And not all clothes are a fit for all men. This is important. I realize this as a man. I'm a 37-year-old man. And I just realized that not all clothes are fit for all men. I've learned that the hard way. With Stitch Fix, your personal stylist will send you clothing that makes you look your best. Less one size fits all, and more, this fits your style. How about that? So Stitch Fix is an online personal styling service that delivers your favorite clothing brands right to your door. And to get started, go to StitchFix.com/Valley. To get started, go to StitchFix.com/Valley. Answer some questions about your preferred style, and your personal shopper will ship you a box of clothes, shoes, and accessories. There's no commitment required, and you only pay for what you keep. Guys, this is important. Shipping, exchanges, and returns are always free. Always free. Always free. Plus, the $20 styling fee is automatically applied towards anything you keep from your box, guys. You'll never have to think about looking good again with Stitch Fix. All right? Every boy in this office has enjoyed the loins of Stitch Fix's labor and have put some of these Stitch Fix clothings on our individual bodies, and I gotta say, those stylists know what they're doing. Stylists, more like magicians. So guys, get started today at StitchFix.com/Valley and get an extra 25% off when you keep everything in your box. And there's a very, 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 very good chance you're going to keep everything in that box because Stitch Fix knows what they're doing. Guys, let's say it one more time. StitchFix.com/Valley. Stitch, STITCH, Fix, FIX.com/Valley. Come on, you want to look good, don't you? Come on, Harry. James. And now, back to the podcast. Okay, so where are you with the movie now, and how soon do you think something will be seen, and what's your plan?
That's a great question. Great series of questions. Yeah. I just finished up kind of a permalance position, and I have all July to just crank on it like crazy. We shot a scene the other week involving some lawyers from the festival.
So do you feature this incident?
I take it and run with it. We go to the premiere. We rent a trailer. We rent a limo and go to the premiere, and we all pop out, and they're like, we're not showing your movie here. Flaming people told us to stop,
Oh,
you know?
I love it.
So we hired actors.
Wow, this is
we
gonna be
hired
great.
actors to play the lawyers.
Of course. Of course you did.
Yeah, so it gets weird.
Oh, wow. I cannot.
They threaten my body. They might actually take action physically in the movie. So,
Do you foresee trouble from them as a result of this?
Possibly, yeah. And I've thought about that. I have one of the greatest immigration lawyers in the country, if not the world, through a friend who's an amazing sound designer who did a film about her, who wants to meet Elmer and talk to him. And so I want them to meet before anything really comes out to
Yeah.
kind of make sure he's protected in the best way, because that's kind of number one.
Yeah, 'cause you don't want
Because he
this to come
gifted you
down.
with
With
his
being
blood,
in it.
sweat,
Yeah,
tears.
totally.
And it
He
could
did.
bite him in the ass.
It could, and I definitely want to make sure that it doesn't, and definitely minimize all that.
Wow,
risk,
but it- but
'cause
it-
we live in a crazy world. We live in a different world than when I started filming the damn thing. So
Yeah.
that's a major concern for myself. I'm not that concerned, honestly.
Wow, what a cool thing, man. So
dude.
August-ish,
Well,
potentially?
that's when I'll start sending it out, and then hopefully, because the submission season kind of ends in like October. So this would potentially be coming out if it gets picked up at a festival in the springtime.
It'd be a fun follow-up to get you back on here in the future, because I think there's something fascinating about the festival circuit.
Yeah.
Totally.
Again, hurdles that you have to jump through to get into that stuff. That's a whole nother world that'd be
Oh,
fun to talk
yeah.
to, and then
Oh,
it'd be
yeah.
fun to talk about your experience at those festivals.
Well, and the
At the trial,
criteria
too.
And the
trial, which should be part of the sequel.
Yeah, totally. Oh,
Do
yeah.
you like, just out of my own selfish curiosity, have you considered hitting up Fantastic Fest with your
I
film?
think I did submit it to them in its original format a year ago
No
in
shit.
Austin, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's totally the vein I'm
Because
going
I mean
for.
if I didn't know you and if I didn't know anything about this, and what I do is like a week before Fantastic Fest, I just like look through the list of movies so I can write down which ones I really want to
Totally.
see.
Good
If
move.
that was in there, it would be a must see for me, because those are the movies that are just like, you know, it's not the big studio, like, because Fantastic Fest will have stuff like Arrival, like The Arrival, or like The Witch was there. But they also have these like insane, really cool labors of love,
Yeah.
art,
Didn't you see,
documentaries.
like,
that aren't going to
Greasy
be at your
Strangler?
theater.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
won't see them maybe ever again.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
But-
cool with that realm too. I feel like it's a cult classic type of movie. If
It
I
totally
could walk away like that,
totally.
I'd be so happy.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a documentary about boy band, like people that are obsessed with boy bands, and I don't think I've ever seen it pop up anywhere.
Oh, well, you're talking about Hot Party.
But yeah, it's like a perfect
back.
Fantastic Fest movie. I want to see it.
Yeah, I would
hit
love to.
that.
I actually submitted to them, and then I'm like, oh well, crap! I've already submitted to someone in its original form, but I'm like, the name's changed. The movie is like totally different tone and everything.
Yeah, what do you
so-
do if they come back to you and they're like, accepted?
Yeah, you can't really submit it more than once,
Yeah.
from what I can tell. But to me, the fine print of that is unless the film has undergone some massive change, and I think it has.
Yeah.
It's totally been reframed. I probably shot another 30 new minutes of footage in the movie.
So much work.
Yeah.
5 years?
5 years, and I was taking a pee at my house before I came here, and I was thinking about the time aspect, and I said to myself, those happen too when you pee.
Oh,
when your
yeah, let 'em
girlfriend
out.
Hears you.
It's usually right at the end of
Right
the
at the
PP.
end,
Yeah,
you relax
yeah.
everything. Yeah.
You just go, oh,
Yeah.
I'm done. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Time to go. But I was thinking, like, not the human cost, but like the social cost of this. I think I had to decline 400 to 500 things that my friends were doing
Shit.
over the 5 years.
Because you needed to delve, you needed to
I needed
be
to
this
be
movie.
in there, and
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because nobody puts their heart and soul and artistic integrity and their life and everything on the line, and doesn't it at least make something that someone else will appreciate?
Yeah.
Like people just know. Like, I was just talking to Alana about this yesterday, about how, like, people say the general audience of in the entertainment world are dumb, and you have to treat them like they're dumb. And when I worked at Sony, I don't know if this breaks any NDAs or anything I said, but there were high up executives that were like straight up we are treating our audiences like this was like a fucking meeting, dude. This was like big, everyone at Sony meetings where some executive was like, we have to treat our audience like it is the first time they have ever sat in a movie theater ever. Wow. Anytime a movie comes out, which means they are dumb, they don't know what's going on, they're idiots. And, you know, but the thing is like, whether you want to treat the audience like an idiot or not, and whether the audience is, let's say it is like a dumb audience and they don't get what you're showing or whatever, I truly believe that inherently there is something within every human that can just tell if something is genuine or not, or if you're faking it. And if this is something that I just know is genuine and it means so much to you, and the fact that we haven't seen you in like 5 years ish,
right? Yeah,
means
that's a big part
that
of it.
you are buried in this thing, which means it means so much to you. And I think that no matter what, you know, whether people like it or not, they'll see it as something that is truly an expression of you and something that's real. And that's a priceless thing that you can't really like fake.
True.
You just can't fake that.
Yeah.
And people see that. That's why all these fucking superhero movies come out from like DC specifically. And you're like, what a boring piece of shit that I felt nothing from. And it's because there's nothing genuine behind it at all.
It's a formula now.
It's just a formula. But I truly believe you're going to get some return from this, Bowman, because
Thank
you
you,
put your
brother.
heart and soul
Thank you.
into it.
I
That will
appreciate
show.
I haven't
yeah.
even seen it yet, and I'm already attributing the word
Dude.
visceral to
Visceral.
it. I feel like it's going to be visceral.
I know, and I hate that I even forgot. Like, I didn't forget about it, but I just felt like maybe it wasn't a podcast topic because I didn't know where you were
or
with
if it's
it.
in an awkward place or I
But-
walked away from
Yeah,
it.
but I just saw you at the Ren Fair by chance,
Yeah,
and then we
yeah,
had a
that was
great time
amazing.
at the Ren
Yeah.
Fair, and I was like, how's the movie? Like,
Yeah.
we're talking about the movie, and you're still
Yeah,
working
yeah,
on it and
yeah.
shit, so, yeah.
Yeah, and it just, I don't know. I mean, and I'm sure you guys have a lot of filmmaker fans and followers, you know, and I'd just like to say to them, just keep pushing through, you know, like
Absolutely.
I get there, I get in premiere and I feel like Muhammad Ali and I'm
Dude.
just going blow for
Yeah,
blow.
you
And someone
can't-
tries to shut me down and I say, no,
Go
screw
that
that.
right hook.
I'm going around this other way, you know.
You're Little Mac, and
I'm
you're going
Little
under
Mac
the, you're
ducking
going
and
under
diving, jumping through their legs.
because I don't know who Muhammad Ali is.
Me either.
You got to use video game
Little Mac.
things
oh,
for
yeah.
it.
That's
Isn't that the name of the guy that punches
version?
a bunch of? I know who Muhammad Ali is, but yeah, dude, I truly believe if you truly don't half-ass something, no half measures, you know, like if
Yeah,
you really
life's too
put
short.
everything into it, you can't fail.
Yeah, you'll get something out of it, you know.
Um,
and it might come at you in a different way too, you know.
Yeah.
Like the success, like
It could be an opportunity. Something
Yeah.
could come out of this that ends up bringing you to your next big project. You know, even if it didn't blow up or
Totally.
anything, somebody's going to see that and go, I want to work with that
totally.
guy.
Right.
Or maybe
You know?
someone will help me pay for the next one, you know.
Right.
That's a goal I'd be super happy with.
Right, absolutely. I'm so excited for you, Boman, and
man.
I love it, and I can't wait to see it. And I like.
I appreciate all the support. It keeps me going, honestly, because I've had dark
Yeah,
days.
dude, and for anybody listening that's interested in this too, please follow Boman on his Instas and
And twits.
and
The
twits,
twits.
and I'm sure you'll see. You know, when he's ready
Oh,
to
yeah.
show it, if you
I'm
want to see
slowly
it.
trickling out some media. I might post something tomorrow, but I made
Yeah,
a new
trailer.
Instagram.
Is there a trailer?
No
or-
trailer yet. No trailer yet. It's still in the oven. You know?
Yeah.
The cake is being made. But yeah, I made an Instagram blurring man. So if anyone is on their
Nice. So we can
typer,
blow it up and get a bunch of
sure.
follows
Yeah,
on it
that would be
before it even.
amazing, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
No pressure. But if anyone listening wants to find more, yeah, I would say check out there. I'll be posting updates, and you might not hear anything for a while, and boom, you'll see the trailer. So
How is Elmer doing, or is that kind of a spoiler
he's
for
great.
now?
We just filmed with him like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah,
And he's doing all right?
He's great. I think he actually considers me a friend.
Oh.
We text each other. I use Google Translate to write him, and we talk. And
Wow, what a fun barrier of
yeah.
language and love.
I think he really enjoys kind of. My friend called it playing dress up, but like he likes to have the camera on him. He's kind of a ham, you know.
Wow.
And he's kind of like a perfect everyman, you know. He's
Yeah.
just kind of like a regular guy.
Fish out of water.
And he aspires to make something of himself and, you know, be comfortable and provide for his family.
Yeah, because he
know?
has dreams and aspirations just like
Totally.
everybody
And
else.
Yeah. And that's what the big takeaway is, like this guy you might see at Home Depot, he has an amazing story. Someone at the grocery store does, you know, someone on a plane or a bus, you know, and just try to treat people like they do have that, because they do.
Yeah, I mean, if
try
you
to have a conversation, you might freaking learn
be
something.
surprised.
you
yeah,
know?
and that's the thing. Like, we all know where the center of our own universe is, and we are seeing the perspective of life through our eyes. But you have to look at every single person on the street having that exact same perspective, that they're the center of their universe and they're looking out through their eyes. And so you have to like respect that, you know, that there are people who have their struggles and their joys and their wants and their needs.
You don't know what those eyes have seen.
No, not at all. And you know, it sucks that we as a society these days, or at least what the media or Western culture likes to present, is that we're kind of just like afraid of each other and we're kind of avoiding each other.
Yeah.
And
It's true.
It's real sad.
It's kind of a disconnect. Even though we're so connected in some ways, maybe you're connected to an illusion of you know, we're all connected to like each other's avatar online, but like how connected are we as a people to each other?
I mean, there's a big divide, and you know, an undeniable divide currently in the U.S., and that's tough for people living here for sure. And it's kind of scary, and we don't know what's gonna happen next. But
It's just like an undeniable layer of just anger and hurt
And
right
fear.
now. And it like affects everything.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a little bit.
everyone's taking it really personally, and there's nothing, and everyone feels like there's nothing they can do. But I think truly what you can do, which kind of takes the least amount of effort, and for those of you that are kind of like, I just don't know what to do, and like, I don't know if I'm registered to vote, I don't know who to vote for, and blah, blah, like, at least just be a fucking good person, man. It's not hard.
Yeah.
It's really not.
It's free.
It's free, and it'll make you feel good.
That's the thing that nobody, like, people do talk about, but it does. It like
Totally does.
You can look at it from a selfish way.
yeah,
Like,
it makes
I want
you
to feel
feel
good.
better.
Yeah, go
You know?
for it. Because even if it makes you feel better to pretend to be feeling good or like to be nice to someone, you're making that person feel good. And if you're making that person feel good and then you're feeling good, then that's a fucking win, dude.
Yeah.
Do it for
Boom.
your endorphins, baby.
Yeah, do it for
get a boost.
Yeah.
A dump.
Dude, I've been because you have to go pretty soon, and then we got to
Dude,
wrap this thing up.
I wish I didn't have to, but
No, that's
hopefully
okay.
This is the first of many.
But before you go, I need you to do me a favor before
sure.
we go into this next topic. Before
You want some more
leave.
house music?
I want you to turn that house music
Okay.
up, and then I want to shut up, and then I want Boman to shut up for a second.
Okay.
And then I want you to pick up that instrument, and I want you to play that over the house music.
Which
please.
instrument? This thing? Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Oh, is that a mouth harp?
Yes.
Absolutely,
Holy
it is. Okay. All right, this is the track we're
Let's
going
get some
for
bumping.
here.
Oh yeah, I'm into
Ooh,
this.
let me
We're-
make sure.
We're about to
Free
start a new
show.
genre.
what would you call
This is going to be a
folk
mix.
house? Outhouse. Yeah. Outhouse.
Twang house. Okay, let me find. What are we looking for? A bit like a higher BPM.
The one that you just played would be perfect.
I want to do a different one. I want
Turn
something. I want
something
something
up.
a little different.
Not
here.
too complicated, more of just like a backing for
Okay,
the
let's try
art
this
that
one.
you are about to present to
Yes.
the world, my friend.
Yes.
Let's try this one, but for some reason, it's just not playing at all, and it's like sitting on. Oh, it is loading though, so that's a good.
Oh,
that's a
it's
good
just
sign.
our internet.
But,
being
The
our
world
internet.
doesn't want you to play it.
Our 0.5 download speed internet.
Yeah, it truly is.
Good God.
As a hand crank.
yeah.
So while this thing loads and we'll wait for this thing to go, Boman,
Yes, sir.
is there anything you'd like to say, or is there any kind of like thing that you want to talk about, like really quick, kind of like just like a passing thing, or you have any kind of like other than like
I
this-
would a quick shout out. I got to look out for my bae, Tosca.
yeah, dude, Tosca's an angel.
She's the best.
We love her. She's incredible. I pinch myself every day.
Dude,
But,
yeah.
she
I
has
pinch myself for you.
I know. I text people and tell them to
Will you
pinch
pinch
themselves
yourself?
for me.
Steve, stop pinching yourself.
I'm looking for
I'm doing it
pinches.
for Bobo.
I've reached my
appreciate
pinch, my pinch level.
He's covered
My
in
pinch
sores
limit.
now.
my pinch limit.
Pinch limb.
Yeah, Tosca's fucking
She's killing
rocking
it.
it
But yeah,
too.
My girlfriend is an incredible acrobat and like show producer from the Czech Republic, and she has her own Quentin Tarantino inspired live show.
Tarantina.
And Steve has graced us with an appearance, as many other friends have.
I haven't
and
seen it. I need to go to
You gotta
this.
come. You're all welcome. It's the next one is July 11th at Club Bahia.
Wow.
which is the
Echo
same
Park.
place I saw it at,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Yeah.
Tarantino-inspired
it's-
acrobatic showcase.
Exactly. It's all babes of different varieties, all types, doing iconic characters and recreating scenes.
The whole show is like, not only is it it's like a showcase of amazing talents, it's also like an aphrodisiac.
It is. You're gonna leave horny.
You're gonna be horny.
It's like Zoomanity in Vegas.
Yeah. It's kind of like how we said people would leave horny from Rocky Horror. You leave horny from this thing because it's just like hot girls,
beautiful athletic people doing like amazingly talented things.
Yeah.
And then it kind of turns into a funky dance party. We have a DJ at the end. I'm running the laser. I'm on the laser. We have an
That's so
industrial
cool.
laser. I'm not FDA approved. Tosca is, so if shit goes down, I'm bolting out of there.
Do you have to be FDA approved to operate a laser?
This type of laser.
Is it because it could like burn out someone's eyeballs?
It's like the laser from Real Genius.
Can you pop a giant bag of popcorn?
You could bake one, yeah. I'm always like, why FDA? Because it's entering your body? Like, it's not a food. It's not a
because
drug.
that's the drug administration.
Yeah, it should be food, drugs, and
Fun
beans.
is a drug. Fun is a drug. Fun is a drug.
I'm full of it.
They should call it the FDAL.
FDAL.
Food, drugs, and lasers.
Lasers.
You guys get talent boners? You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
Talent boners?
It's
Like,
a full talent
You see
boner.
somebody where you're like,
They're doing insane
you don't do
shit.
it. You may not do it for me like on a physical attraction level. You may not even do it on a personality level. But when I see you play the piano, I get moist.
Yeah.
I saw
I know
that
that feeling.
movie yesterday, which is
You saw it?
that Danny Boyle movie.
Was it great?
Dude, I'm in love. Like I
love
just
Danny Boyle. I haven't seen it,
dude,
though.
do you even know what it's about?
Dude, it's so-
I'd love to show you a trailer before you go.
Yeah, let's do it.
But it blew my mind, and it was so funny and so fucked up. But there's so much talent in the movie, and there's like the lead singer or the lead actor is a singer songwriter guitarist, and he's just like you're just in love, like
got
the
a
whole
talent boner.
movie.
Yep.
Anyway, I got this thing up and running. You want to
Yes.
hear if I
Oh,
can
I'm so
rock out to
excited.
this? Okay,
Yes,
here we go. I'm gonna
Steve.
let it play from the top here.
Watch it not play.
God.
Here we go.
Damn it. You fucking my dirty butt. Dude, I'm getting butt fucked over here by this fucking
By this web. Y'all got to get some T1 or
dude.
something up in here.
Oh,
Whoa.
Here we go.
Oh, my God.
We got a little bit of a build up. Here we go.
Wow.
it's the
Wow. Holy shit.
Has that ever been done?
That's what you call a talent boner. It's happening.
Don't ask
I
me to
got
get
one.
up.
Wow.
Canoeing.
All right, well,
Can I just say quickly that
Absolutely.
that was like the moment in The Matrix 2 when the Nebuchadnezzar pops out of the clouds? I think it's Matrix 2. or
And
is
you
it
see,
three?
she's in the sun.
You see the sun? Like, I was staring at you and like saw the face of God.
okay, someone needs to take that scene and put this track
that
over it,
music
please, and send it to us.
And it went right when the recorder comes in.
Bowman,
It's amazing.
thank you.
I'm in awe, and I want to say I'm sad I missed Lee and Elliot, and for me to fill their shoes, it would take about 32,000 of me.
That's a lot of
So,
shoes.
big
Yeah,
shoes, a
they
lot
don't
of
have
shoes.
that many shoes. You're
Little shoes.
overestimating their number of shoes.
They get enough love already, Bowman. You don't have to give them
All right,
more.
all right, I take it
But
back.
I
No,
will
just
say that you're a fine human. I am proud to call myself your friend.
Yeah,
I love you.
likewise.
I'm so excited about your fucking movie, dude. This is gonna be so badass, and I can't wait to fuck around with you
Let's fuck
again
around.
once you're
I'm gonna
free.
be free in August, you guys.
Oh, it's gonna be
Oh,
good.
and one quick last thing. I was talking to my friend Hazar, who was a exchange student from Turkey who came to my high school. He lives back in Turkey now, but we showed him Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he would pretend to do the stunner on our teachers. But he wrote me the other day and he wrote me last night and was like, he was like, Matt, you need to do vlogs again. You could be the next Casey.
Oh, dude.
And I was like, well, thank you, but no, but thank you. But I put my vlogs on hold to make this movie. I
Dude.
took all my vlog energy and I've been making this movie out of it.
Your vlogs are legendary. Like the stuff where you were traveling with Tosca and making up
man,
all those
fake-
fucking.
yeah, the true traditions.
Yeah.
Dude, I will never forget when you went to that tiny.
A microcon.
The microcon.
Yeah. They wrote letters that they were so displeased in my.
Bowman, you get a lot of letters.
Get a lot of letters. That's how you're doing it right.
Whatever. Fuck them. We're having fun and we're not hurting anybody. Bowman, we love you.
I love you guys too.
And
Thank
check
you.
out Bowman on Twitter. What's your Twitter handle?
It's Dadass Films now. too.
Dadass Films.
Yeah, it's my production company, same as my Instagram and.
Thank you for
Just having
babysitting
another
my
thing.
kids.
Of course.
He
So
came
much
over
fun.
and helped me out when I was in a bind and planted a cactus garden with my
Yeah,
little ones.
that's how I roll.
I love that. Did they have a good time?
They totally did.
They had
Yeah.
such a good time that Jackson goes, "When is Delman babysitting me?" And he keeps calling you Delman.
It is
heard
hard.
that,
You
yeah.
can't for a kid.
I was like,
There's
I
a
got the
Delman. There's a
curls,
Bowman.
curly hair.
They loved
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
They loved you.
Good.
You're on the babysitter list now,
Hey,
buddy.
hit me up anytime.
Bowman, you're a great human. Thank you so much. Follow him on Dadass Films on all the stuff.
And Blurring Man.
And
Blurring
Blurring Man.
Man,
Follow
yeah.
Blurring Man on Facebook.
Yep, and
'Cause that's-
Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, and Instagram.
It's
And, oh, it's
yeah.
all over.
I
Is
just
it
try
just
to name it all
no
the same.
underscores, just Blurring Man?
Blurring_man.
There we go.
Love
Yeah.
it. I can't wait. Dude, I can't wait to see
Thank
it. I love you so
fellas.
much.
Thanks for
Guys,
taking a
audience,
chance on me.
thank you for listening. Of course, you can go to patreon.com/the Valleyfolk to become a patron of the Valleyfolk. You
Please
get this
do.
podcast early. You get the full video that
Because
we got
art
here.
takes work and it takes money and it takes time. It doesn't fall off of a dang
And if
tree.
that's not enough for you, if we get up to 5,000 patrons, Elliot's going to dye his frickin' hair.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, we are.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, and I
wanna
can't wait to
that.
see it. We were saying he was just
Frosted
gonna.
tips.
We were saying he was just gonna dye it the same color
Yeah.
his hair is.
It already is.
What a cop out. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening. We'll catch you next time on the Valleycast.
Bye.